because you all are my friends and we just chat and chat and chat. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I was so busy talking and having a nice time with the Jam Fam, I totally forgot those steps and those ingredients. That's okay. Welcome back, Jam Fam. Our idea of a good time is, I don't know, 12-pound log of provolone from Sharp Shopper. This was only $2.39 a pound, so definitely our idea of a good time. We are doing massive freezer meals and epic meal prep, so let's get cooking. And I'm gonna have 2 of my teenage guys work on shredding up this provolone. Why provolone? Because that's the cheese we have on hand. So say goodbye to the 12-pound log. It will be 12 pounds of shredded cheese here shortly. So I've got, I don't know how many pounds of ground beef. This is what I had in the freezer ground beef wise, and it's the grass-fed ground beef from Costco. We're gonna cook that all up in the 30-quart stock pot. I'm getting ahead. I've talked about these recipes for the past several weeks. We're doing big batch tacos. We are. I'm also gonna do sheet pan tacos. The taco meat will be for meals for tonight and over the next several days. Choose your own adventure taco salad, soft shell tacos. We're gonna do baked tacos on a sheet pan, melted cheese. It'll be delicious. I personally will be using my Egg Life wraps along with using soft shell tacos. And for an extra treat, a bag of those Quest protein chips. That's really fun to dump on a taco salad. Then we're gonna do my big batch taco bake casserole for the freezer. It's probably been, I don't know. I don't even know if I've done my big batch taco bake at this house, which has been 6.5 years now. I know I made it so many times at the Forest House, got many pans in the freezer. I know the recipe is in one of my big batch freezer meal guides. And even the other day, a member of the Jam Fam sent me pictures because she was making several 9x13s to get in her freezer. And I thought, there you go, on my taco meat freezer meal, mega freezer cooking meal prep day, I'm doing my own taco bake and getting some of those in the freezer. And I plan to make some desserts from Trim Healthy Indulgence in and around all the ground beef prep and other adventures, low carb, sugar-free, gluten-free desserts. If I remember right, it ends up being 4 pounds per pack. So I'm just gonna see how many packs. And this is cold water defrost method. So I've got, let me just go ahead and pour this water out. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the equivalent of 7. So that's about 27 pounds of ground beef. If I end up with some extra pre-cooked ground beef, I will just freeze that in a gallon freezer bag and such. So we have ground beef cooked and ready to go in the freezer for other upcoming meals. So this is a delicious, without sugar and gluten, The Art of the Masterful Dessert cookbook. I've done, my stress berry cake that I like to make is in here. It's really a strawberry cake, but when I make it, we call it stress berry cake. I've made some other delicious things in here. I was threatening to make this no-bake cherry cheesecake about 2 weeks ago for one of my teens' birthday parties. We ended up with a Costco cake and ordering Domino's pizza. Best laid plans in this life. That's okay. But today, I'd like to get this made, and we will do strawberries instead of cherries. And then I was looking for a second dessert. I mean, the problem is there's just so many delicious desserts in here. Good life problems to have. Many of these we have made, but there's some. Come on, where'd you go? There's my stress berry cake. Hold on here. Oh, there it is. The chocolate brownie cake. I mean, also my idea of a good time. And I just set some extra pumpkin out in case I went the way of doing the Trimtastic cupcakes. But, so we need baking blend. I have several bags of that. Almond flour. I have the TH chocolate whey protein powder. Gentle Sweet. Yes, I'm looking. I have all of these ingredients. I need to look though. Okay, I've got butter. What was it I'm thinking? Oh, something I needed heavy cream, and I need to check. Let's see here. So was it this? Heavy whipping cream. Okay, I think I ordered that the other day when I thought I was making this, so let me put my hand on that to make sure I still have it. Alrighty, so cheese is being shredded, and I'm just going to big batch cook as much as I can of the ground beef in this 30-quart pot. We'll probably get most of it in there, honestly. And then while that cooks, we will get started on either the cheesecake or the brownies. One of those is priority. I kind of feel like maybe it's the cheesecake because that's the page that's open, but we'll decide that in a minute. Some of these are a little frozen together. All right, so they've almost got the cheese done, and we have 27 pounds of ground beef going. I do want to, I can't mash it quite yet. Well, let me show you what it looks like here. Here we go. So I can't mash it yet, but definitely I can move it around here with my boat oar a little bit. I also want to get a big pot of rice going because that's a good healthy filler that I add into things like tacos and taco bake and enchiladas and those items. And I have so many rice fans. So if I cook rice, even all the way down to my youngest, everybody loves rice. They loved these steak rice bowls I did the other day. And it's been a few weeks since I've been doing my several times a week routine of having rice prepped in the slow cooker and green beans. Get in eating certain things and prepping certain things. I just haven't, the last several weeks I have not been in a life season where I could really do any meal prep. But those are the times that we live off of. The freezer meals I was able to get in the freezer before. So a lot of our freezer meals from April became really helpful in May and into June. Okay, and I'm probably gonna add like a glass of water to this. That's the measurement, 1 glass of water, but it'll probably be like 2 or 3 cups of water just to make sure it doesn't burn at the bottom since it's hard to stir. And there is some liquid actually down there now though, with a little bit of ice that got in there, but just to be extra sure. So let me do that. Okay, so 1 quart jar of water goes a long way. That way I can just let that cook with the lid on and I won't worry about it as much. And we'll get water going now for rice. So I'll need to put this over here for the moment. Water going for rice. Then activate cheesecake prep. Real quick, Jam Fam, I am breaking in the middle of another cooking adventure to remind you to click the first link in the description below to sign up for my free live masterclass that I'm hosting June 29th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's my free masterclass teaching 5 keys to full-time YouTuber success. I created this masterclass and I'm hosting it live for women who want to start and develop their own potential full-time YouTube channels and additionally grow real online businesses from those endeavors. I have created and run full-time businesses online for almost 15 years now. A variety of business endeavors, even beyond YouTube. I've created and sold another online business. I've developed multiple income streams and brand partnerships and digital product development and speaking opportunities. It's been mega and massive, and I'd love to teach you so many things that I have learned based on all of my many years of experience and the ups and the downs and everything in between. Live June 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be the first link in the description below. Also in the pinned comment. And the great thing is, because I had to reschedule the masterclass, I was going to host it the evening of June 1st, and then a whole lot of life and stuff and things, so I have rescheduled for June 29th at 6 p.m. If for some reason you cannot make that time, sorry, I got a lot of things happening on the other side of my kitchen, so I'm just trying to mama blinders on, right? As soon as I am done hosting the masterclass, you will receive an email from me with your link when you sign up to watch it at your earliest convenience. So if you can't make June 29th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I know my friends in other time zones around the world, it's the middle of the night at that time, but you will get the replay link and you'll have up to 48 hours to watch my free live full-time YouTuber masterclass at your convenience. Been doing some mom stuff, so did we start the no-bake cheesecake yet? No. But we can now stir this meat some more. And then I need to go downstairs and get, they have the 1/3 less fat cream cheese. And that's what they call for with the Trim Healthy Mama cheesecake recipe. Sorry, I'm trying to break up this meat slowly because now there's lots of liquid, lots of heat, lots of reasons for me to move slow with 27 pounds of ground beef and a hot up to my elbow pot here. But anyway, I have used the full fat cream cheese. It gets into a Trim Healthy Mama thing, and preferences, I have always used whatever I have on hand, but I did buy some 1/3 less fat cream cheese for this cheesecake in particular. And hey, look at us, we are gonna use it. I'm gonna just turn my heat off on my rice now too. My cooking spidey sense tells me it's time. I had it on low. Now I'll just turn the heat off and leave the lid on a little longer. Well, I gathered cans and then I had a teenager bring up several cans of canned corn, several cans of organic black beans. What else? Some light red kidney beans, some northern beans, variety of beans that we will also add to this big batch taco meat mixture. I think what I'm going to do now is just make the whole stock pot with, once the meat is cooked and drained, we'll add in the rice, we'll add in beans and corns and such. I said corns, that's okay. Many a corn. We will add the corn in. I will add seasoning to this meat here once we drain it and add all of that. And then from this big 30-quart stock pot, we will do our baked taco shells. We have several bake and taco bake situations, but we have the taco bake freezer meal, and then we have the sheet pan taco bake I'm going to do for dinner tonight. That would not necessarily, the sheet pan taco bake would not necessarily hold over well as far as leftovers. So I'm gonna make enough for dinner tonight, and then tomorrow we will start the taco, use the taco meat all the way you like it extravaganza. And then the different recipe taco bakes in 9x13 pans that involve taco shells still and sour cream and many great things, lots of cheese, will go in the freezer. Now for that recipe, people have asked me over the years, because those taco shells get soft if they haven't had it. And then once they've had it, they're like, oh yeah, it makes sense. So it's a layer of shells. Yes, they're crunchy. Yes, they get soft, but it's still a delicious taco flavor layer. And then when you serve it on cooking day, you can do fresh, crunchy shells on the top. But it's a layer of taco shells, sour cream, taco meat, kind of like lasagna. Then we have taco shells, sour cream, taco meat, and then might be to the top then you talk it, I don't know what that is. Top it with cheese. And then of course when you serve it, but it'll be cut in squares. So just a different yummy thing to get in the freezer that's always been a hit and has been missing from our freezer for a while. And I've talked about the enchiladas, but I think I don't have enough on hand to do those. I was trying to do recipes based on what I have on hand, and I would have had to have ordered enchilada sauce and bigger tortillas. The tortillas that I have are smaller soft shell ones. So again, just I've got a case, I think I've got a dozen boxes with 18 shells each that we got at Sharp Shopper, maybe 99 cents a box. I'll go over and look at it in a minute. And we had salsa, we have sour cream. Don't think we have any lettuce, but we don't have to have that today. And there are other adventures await. Again, using food items I already had on hand in this house. Okay, so no bake cherry cheesecake that we're gonna make strawberry cheesecake. Crust ingredients, we need almond flour, baking blend, cubed softened butter, gentle sweet, I have stevia, vanilla, we got that. And then for the filling, we need heavy whipping cream, cream cheese, low-fat cottage cheese. I got that the other week to make this too. More vanilla, more gentle sweet, more gelatin, which I also have. Look at me. Hot water, cold water. And then the cherry toppings, or the topping, you can also use frozen berries. So 2 cups of strawberries, water, sweetener, arrowroot powder. And I think the arrowroot powder was one thing I didn't have, or I couldn't find it, but I was going to use xanthan gum or something like that as the thickener. But it is delicious. I know I showed it in another one of my recent videos because I thought I was making it then. So I'm just going to ingredient gather, and then we're going to get going. And actually, if I can find the bottom to my other 9-inch springform pan, I think we'll do 2 of these because we're doing it as we do, right? Think I found it. Are you right? Got it. Okay, so look at us. We're doing things. I've got 2 of them. And I mean, this is us, and this is Massive Freezer Meals Epic Meal Prep. I will not be freezing these. If I do 2 no-bake 9-inch cheesecakes, no reason to freeze. They'll be gone 48 to 72 hours. I don't see how they'll make it 72 hours. I do feed 10 people. So, yeah, cheesecake time. Also, I was going to show you the rice is nice and fluffy. I was just over here fluffing it. And I was, okay, now hold on. Camera depth, though, Jamerrill. Let's not give the camera a steam facial. But anyway, the rice is nice and fluffy, and the heat's been off, and it's just going to sit here and like it. I don't think there's going to be any extra prepped rice for other options, but we're doing a lot, and we're getting it done, and I'm proud of us. And this ground beef is still on low. I'm just keep on going, buddy. Okay, so we've got most of the ingredients gathered up. One slight problem, but we can also, nothing we can't handle. So I've been working through This is the 1/3 less fat cream cheese, but again, use regular old cream cheese if that's what you have on hand. Cottage cheese, almond flour. I'm going to use the xanthan gum as a thickener. They have TH Trim Healthy, that's their brand, gelatin. I don't have any, so I got this at Walmart, unflavored, and well, they have a In a Snap cheesecake in there too, but there you go, got 2 of those. I do have heavy whipping cream. Look at this, some of our homemade vanilla from March 2023. You didn't know vanilla. You didn't know this road we would travel. This is the only sweetener that I have on hand right now. So stevia in the raw, that's what I'll be using. And I think I have just enough to do these 2 cheesecakes. So that means the brownies might not happen depending on how much sweetener they need. Because these, let's see, 2/3 of a cup. Feel like I have that. We might just make it because then it's like tablespoons. Okay, because for the brownie recipe, it also needs 3/4 of a cup. So we might make it. Well, then frosting ingredients. It wants a powdered, and I don't have that. I've had it before. Okay. Cheesecakes now. Okay, so crust ingredients, we need 3/4 of a cup almond flour, 1/2 cup of the TH baking blend. There are homemade THM baking blends. This is what I get from them. I love it, and it's super convenient to buy, and it's very nice to have on hand. But you can Google, there's homemade Trim Healthy Mama baking blends that you can do to have it done really quick as well. 6 tablespoons of softened butter cubed. Now my butter's frozen because of course it would be. So I'll have to soften that in the microwave, and then our Gentle Sweet and our vanilla extract. And we're going to mix all of that, get it pressed down in the springform pans. And then we need to bake them for 8 to 10 minutes. And then we'll move forward with our filling. Now, cherry topping, and then I was going to do frozen strawberries. Frozen strawberries are gone because strawberries at our house, they do not last long. And again, I have smoothie making experts. I feel like just last week at Costco, I bought a big bag of strawberries. Anyway, I'm being told they're not in the freezer. So I'm looking at my sink here. Yes, we have 2 boxes of fresh strawberries. What did I get? I think I got 4 of them at Costco a few days ago. 2 of those left. So they've been hitting the frozen ones hard when we have fresh. We will wash those, and we will use fresh strawberries to make our sauce. When there's a lot of steps and I'm managing different things, even though I have less humans here right now, I still got some stuff going on. Okay, anyway, one thing at a time. Do the crust ingredients. This is like so much in life. Look, all we can do is put 3/4 of a cup of almond flour in the bowl right now, okay? Let's do that. Did I have? Okay, well, I got 1/2 cup. Nice. Did it. And then do I have a 1/4 cup over here? I do. Look at us. Okay. Now, all we can do, 1/2 cup baking blend. Doing it. Brand new bag of baking blend. Now, they sell 3-pound bags of this. This is a 1-pound bag. I think what happened, they might have been out of the 3-pound bags. I have a nice collection of 1-pound bags, and we need to make so many yummy things. So that's great. Okay, what was it? 1/2 cup. I may not have, yes I do. I have 1/2 cup because I just used it for my almond flour. Nice 1/2 cup baking blend. Okay, now the softened butter is what we need next. Cut the butter in with a pastry cutter. I'm probably going to disappoint you with that. Then mix in the dry ingredients. So I'm going to soften this. Okay, but in the microwave, I might end up doing it for too long. We might have liquid, okay? There might be no cutting with pastry cutter. And we'll see, maybe that's not gonna go well for me. We know not everything goes exact, because yeah, it's me, but let's get this in the microwave. Okay, I did not, well, I need a spoon though, hold on. I might have one in here. I didn't totally melt the butter down to nothing, so that's pretty good. I have a broken wooden spoon. Don't know where my spatulas have gotten to. Okay, well, that'll be a mystery for another time. Hello, broken wooden spoon. I'm gonna put the butter in here. I did. Got my pastry cutter too. And prepping for the next round, I can just get this one softened. Okay, round two. So next crust a-going. Might need to melt some more butter for something else coming up. And again, I think we were 3/4 of a cup almond flour. Piecing that together. And then we are 1/2 a cup of baking blend. I have this optimized chocolate whey protein out, but I think that was for the brownies. Okay, there, and then vanilla. Like it, like it, like it. And just had some of my folks get back from their fun equestrian camp day. Notice me so not done with this. That's okay. We are trucking along. It's 4:46 and the sun is shining, and not that long ago it was getting dark at this time. And we've officially reached the time in Virginia where it's staying light almost till 9, and I love it. It's my absolute favorite time of year. I love fall, I love spring, but summer and almost summer and false summer are my favorite. Maybe because I'm a summer baby. I think also just as a kid growing up, you know, you're off school, summer break, and it's just the best. Okay, nice. Haven't made much progress with dinner, but I did make progress in hearing about equestrian camp today. And while I was listening to that, I got the filling for the first cheesecake done. So you'll do the second one with me. But I just myself, also within all that, I had a bowl, 1 cup of the rice, 1 cup of the ground beef for my dinner that I ate while I got the first cheesecake together, or filling. We're gonna almost get it together. And then I just served out another ground beef bowl for someone's dinner, which is good. And so this cheesecake is supposed to sit in the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 hours. Honestly, both of them, I'm thinking, looking at the time, will probably stay in there till tomorrow. We'll do the strawberry sauce today though too. Don't worry, in this video, you will see it when it all gets done. Okay, here's our first one. So this was really quick and easy to do. Did it in the blender. Also just ordered a replacement Vitamix lid on Amazon. That was also a hunt. So I've been doing things, but I also, hey look, we meal prepped. We got a cheesecake done. I'm just gonna set that one here for a minute because it will not take long to get this second one done. Yay. Spoke too soon. I left out the cottage cheese. So we are now going to scrape the cheesecake filling back into the Vitamix, add the cottage cheese, blend it again, pour it back in. The crust won't know. It won't know. Okay, little technical difficulty. It's okay, cheesecake. It'll be okay. This is life with me. I did have good conversations though. Also gave some tips to someone packing their lunch for their adventure tomorrow. Yes, did quite a lot. It makes, do therapy with the cheesecake. It makes sense that you forgot the cottage cheese, okay? That makes a lot of sense. We'll have self-compassion for the cheesecake. All right, that can wait. Now, cottage cheese. Okay, and it is half a cup of cottage cheese. Doing it. And right on cue, my camera battery light is going to start winking at us. All right. Try again. That over here. So you'll watch me precariously hold my lid on my Vitamix, and it's just well past needing replaced. One of you told me I could order replacement lids. So the actual the actual Vitamix store on Amazon did not seem to have this actual lid, so it's an off-brand. We'll see how it goes. Okay, work with me here, Vitamix. You can do it. Okay, take 2 cheesecake. Try again. I will tell you though, this mixer gets my seal of approval because I've had it a good 6 years or so, and besides needing a $20-some replacement lid, I've had no problems with it, and all my people use it throughout the day, and you know what I do with it, and it's still ticking just fine. Okay, try again. Okay, so the gelatin, we need to bloom in this. Well, you need 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup cold water, so I'm going to do that. And that is 1 tablespoon, which ends up being one of these packets. And then it's a lot of stir, stir, stir. And then I need to heat up another 1/4 of a cup water that will be added to this. Okay, so that's thickening up. I just went and put the other 1/4 of a cup water in the microwave. So, 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. . And I will immediately add the cottage cheese after this so I don't forget. And then it's vanilla and 2/3 of a cup sweetener. Okay, cottage cheese. And now I'll be right back with the hot water. And then it's the 1/4 of a cup hot water added back to the gelatin. Stir, stir, stir again. And yes, 2/3 of a cup. Again, of their gentle sweet, but stevia in the raw is what I have on hand. And vanilla. Nice. It says a tablespoon and a half. No, a teaspoon and a half. What does it say? It says half a tablespoon. So I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons. A little extra. Okay, that's good. Now we're doing it. Okay, so we are gonna put both of these in the refrigerator. Again, we're gonna get back to these tomorrow, but the directions are they only need to be in there for 2 to 3 hours. Then you can make the sauce while they're in there. Put your topping on when you take them out. But because of my mom life and stuff and things, these will wait until tomorrow. But look at us, I'm proud of us. We got it done. Okay, no, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. I can't read a recipe this evening. I totally forgot another ingredient. It's great, right? Read the recipe. Continuing. Pour the gelatin mixture into the blender. Blend everything until fully combined. Pour the cheesecake mixture into a large bowl. Oh, maybe I didn't mess it up yet. Whip the cream in a separate bowl until soft peaks form. Then fold that into the cream cheese mixture. Okay, it's still savable. We're good. We're good. After this, we might be done for today. We might have rice and ground beef bowls for dinner. Hey, look, we meal prepped, right? And I'm gonna save the easy no-bake cheesecakes that I just didn't keep reading the paragraph. And I'm done for today. But the other ingredients are out. We'll put this butter away. And yeah, I just got to be extra gentle on myself. And I am done. So let's fix these cheesecakes, clean up for today. Same bat time, same bat channel. Tomorrow we will come back and solve some more problems. Okay, so we're going for gold. I'm going to do 2 cups. I'm going to reuse this bowl. We will whip it up. I'm hopeful that I can fold this into the cheesecake that's already in the pan. Or I could just dump both pans into here, right? And then pour them back on top of their crust. It's good, it's good. Okay. Okay, this is where I like to say, you think you can do these things, Nemo, but you just can't. Ha ha. So I am just going to dump our cheesecake mix for a second time out. It's always an adventure around here. And I did the double batch of the whipped topping. So I will just do both cheesecakes in here. they will have some of their delicious crust mixed throughout the cheesecake. There's the little frecks. That's our other word for today. Little frecks of crust. I think that's a speck. Well, that's got more than a freck of crust. That's a bummer. This is a bummer. Okay, let me see if I can puzzle this together. So many bummers. I don't really know the plan here other than it's going to refrigerate. Okay, it's going to be delicious. This is just what it is, right? It is what it is. We didn't lose both crust, so there's something we have going for us. Okay. Now we're going to have some cheesecakes that have some of the crust mixed. We're not having no frecks and we're not having no specks, right? In our THM cheesecakes, we've got hunks of crust. We can pretend it's a cookie. I guess we have folded in something at this point, right? Okay. My nervous system says, that's all the cooking for this day. Been pretty good adventures. Now I'm gonna go walk and chill. I am having a day out with my youngest tomorrow, who's 5 now. Isn't that amazing? We are gonna go have a mommy and me pool day, but we weren't going to head out for that until about noon anyway. So you and I will keep on trucking in the morning and get these projects finished, and then it'll be, hey, look, we meal prepped for several days to come. I'm so glad we decided to do 2 cheesecakes. Okay, did it. All right, happy day. We are ready for our afternoon pool time. Yes, we are. You, me, Jam Fam, we are gonna finish yesterday's massive freezer meals and meal prep projects. And once we wrap this up, then my youngest and I have a mommy and me date for the pool and the playground, and that'll be so much fun. So what I did last evening, where my brain and body just said, okay, we're done now, is we took the ground beef and put it in one of the downstairs refrigerators and the rice. And so I didn't get to add seasonings or drain it or any of those things, but we did get things cleaned up well. And the cheesecakes set overnight, so all of that is fantastic. So now, fresh day, fresh energy. I do have about 15,000 steps. I did walk. It ended up being cumulatively a little over 5 miles this morning. So it has been a good movement time. But now I need to break up the rest of this meat. Once it's heated through, we will drain it, add our seasonings. Then we're going to work on our big batch assembly. While this is still going, here in a minute, we're going to get strawberries chopped. And I've already got my little precious pot out. The little pot I've had for almost 30 years. And we are going to make our sugar-free strawberry sauce to go on top of the cheesecakes. We're going to pull so much together here. Okay, right now it's 11:47. I would love to have this whole project done within 2 to 3 hours because I have production time and other things behind the scenes going on here. I just know it might take me that long. It's kind of like when you're cooking with a friend in the kitchen. I was thinking about my cheesecake errors yesterday that we so worked out. But you know, like if my good friend Heidi was here and we were chatting, I very easily could have got busy chatting to her. And made those errors just not thinking. And I think that's what happens sometimes when I film, because you all are my friends and we just chat and chat and chat. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I was so busy talking and having a nice time with the Jam Fam, I totally forgot those steps and those ingredients. But that's okay. So this is actually almost done. I just took another spin up and down my driveway while this started to heat through and ate my apples and almond butter for today. Let's see. I guess I will put these in here since I don't have anything else. Woo! Well, that's the only casualty about my giant boat oar is I will drop it. Okay. That will sit there. These things are good. That's the rice that was just brought up. Coming together. I'll go ahead and get our seasonings out. So I will do, I think I have a smaller thing of cumin. Clove powder will not be it. We got some chili powder. Yes. I'm out of taco seasoning. I'm going to set that out though, because I have some more bulk Azure seasonings and I might have some more over there. We'll check. I'm looking for, okay, garlic powder, onion powder, and pretty sure I saw some more cumin. I am out of my Azure cumin though. Okay. Yes, at the top. Ladder time, short girl. Okay. Pretty sure that's cumin at the top. My little guy's got his swimsuit on. And he is ready. We will go out for about 5 or 6 hours together this afternoon. Okay, gonna go see if I've got any more taco seasoning. Okay, it's a little seasoning refill time. Although I might not have room for any more onion powder, I can probably do my garlic powder in there. I do have taco seasoning and I have some more chili powder, which I'll get into there. I am going to get one of my funnels real quick though. Okay, for extra fun, I don't think the whole thing was on there, but I just fell without, I didn't land on the ground, tripped over my ladder behind me, tripped over my own feet. So the chili powder, gluten-free, GMO-free, it's got Himalayan salt, spices, sugar, paprika, onion, garlic, chili pepper, smoked paprika, red bell pepper, sunflower oil, chili powder, and then onion powder, garlic powder. Okay, and I know I'm basically making my own taco seasoning, but if I have it already mixed together, I just might go more in that direction. I just want to smell it. Smells nice. Smells nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. Not a full thing, but it's something, right? And so I'm sure I've explained this a couple different ways already, but oh, and by the way, these are 1 pound bags from Azure. I have not ordered from them for a while, but I do still have some bulk things from them. And I think they're just great to order from, and I've had no problems with the products I've ordered. I just haven't been able to micromanage deliveries and those sort of things. But coming up in my next season of life, I might be able to, and that would be great. I am good friends with someone who manages our local Azure drop. She's taken it over the last couple years, and And so now I feel like I'm giving a dissertation on Azure. So no problems with Azure, no problems with the local deliveries. I've picked up from a couple of them. Where I run into a problem with all of my various life dynamics is, some of my experiences have been, there can be a change in the delivery time and day. And I am so micromanaged and scheduled that if I'm supposed to pick things up, let's say 4 on a Tuesday, and it doesn't work out until like 11 on a Friday, that can be a problem for me. So that's me. Again, as always, I'm the problem. That's me. Let's see. Talking, I'm putting things away. Go put the chili powder away. Going to use the taco seasoning. Going to use a different funnel now and refill my garlic powder. And sometimes I had pickups in the past and there would be no scheduling, no issues or whatever. So I'm just nervous to get an order in, and if anything happens, I'm worried about being able to pick up my things, and I don't want to cause problems for other people either. So that's why I'm waiting on Azure. Whew, garlic powder in the mouth, but it's delicious. I might smell garlicky at the pool. Might be able to get this last little bit in there. And if not, I'm probably just going to save that. That's probably 1/4 cup or so in 27 pounds of ground beef. Although I can probably get a little more in here. Okay, so we got some refilling done. But do hope to order from Azure in the future once I do some more life reconfiguring. Onion powder. I have another cabinet I keep these in, but I'm going to just put that in there for now. I did not do any peppers or onions in this meat, so I'll do onion powder, and I probably will put a little cumin in there, so there our spices are ready. And the meat, again, it already cooked through yesterday, but when my brain shut off, I was like, okay, I'm not even draining it. And I could have had my teenagers help me with that. And they will totally help me with anything I ask them to help me with. So that's not a problem. I know sometimes the question I get is, why aren't all your young adults and your teenagers and stuff in here helping you? And they do help me. I just don't have them on camera for their privacy because, their mom already has a weird public job, and it's nice for them to have what privacy they can. So just like yesterday, 2 of my teen guys totally shredded the 12 pounds of cheese. Later, they hauled these big pots to a backup refrigerator in the basement. This morning, they brought the pots back out here. They swept the kitchen for me to be all nice and ready. Yesterday, all of these cans, I picked them out. They brought them upstairs. So they definitely do help me. But you see me and all the work that I do on camera. But they will do anything I ask them to do to help me, which I appreciate. And then, like as a mama, part of what that means is it's still the cognitive load of thinking through what I need help with, and being able to delegate that. And that's just part of the process. Okay, so we've got the 20-quart bowl. I've got my drainer. You've watched me do this a million times. I'm just going to dump my ground beef into here. And this 30-quart pot is about half full. It's a little precarious. Don't try this at home, but we are doing it. I just have to take my time. This is what I do my push-ups for, right? Okay. Let me see. It is a leaner ground beef. Still see a little bit more to drain. So My goal is not to get all the ground beef in there, but to get out what I can to let it drain. I think this will hold. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't do this in your own kitchen. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna let, it is in the grease a bit, but it's got a lip at the bottom. I'm gonna let that sit and drain, and we'll start adding spices to this pot. You can see that's what's in there now. And here's what's currently draining. Okay, let me get us something here. Let me move my ladder. I'm gonna go for half a cup because 27 pounds of meat. Maybe it's 25 now. We did do some ground beef bowls last night, but that garlic is just under half a cup. So that's good. And going to do half a cup of taco seasoning. I'm going to eyeball some cumin. I'm going to smell it first though, because it's my idea of a good time. And then I'm going to dump in, that's the next measurement, dump in some salt and pepper. But remember, besides the probably 25 pounds of ground beef, we're going to have, again, I had made 24 cups of cooked rice. So it's probably about 20 cups of cooked rice that's going in today, because those of us who did the ground beef bowls did a cup of rice and like a cup of ground beef and any toppings and such. So, sorry, that was a lot of lifting. That was a good lift. That was a lot, but we did it. Thank you for going around the barn for me. The seasonings are going over 25 pounds of ground beef, 20-ish cups what's left of rice. And then our corn and bean measurement is going to be as many cans of corn and beans that we can add in. So I might actually end up needing more seasonings, but we got a good start on it. So we're going to do this 30-quart pot to the top. Then we are going to do a full-size sheet pan of 36 to 48 tacos. Get that cooked for lunch today. Let me see, how many people are home? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 people home right now, but there will be 10 people here within a few hours because, again, several are at an equestrian camp today with my mom, riding horses and swimming and doing equestrian training and all those fun things. They're going every day this week for that. That's a fun adventure for them. So we will prep the sheet pan baked tacos. Then you know the list. We got the taco bake freezer meals. Let me get the rest of the ground beef in here. And we should end up with some taco meat to have tacos, soft shell, hard shell taco salad, any way you like it over the next couple days. And I'm hopeful we'll get a gallon or 2 bag in the freezer for maybe another taco meat extravaganza in the coming weeks. But we're doing it now. Yay. Okay, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, let me show you. See, we're not quite half full, but we have all this rice. And I have, of course, I don't have to use all these canned goods, but I brought up a sampling of beans and corn. So we'll just see. We'll just see. Let me give this a good stir. So I was thinking I'd be doing the homemade strawberry topping by now, but this is how this workflow is naturally unfolding. But this is the main component in all these other massive meals that we're going to get. So we'll go where inspiration takes us. And those cheesecakes are nice and firm. I pulled them out this morning. Okay. And this rice cooked up beautifully. So I'm just going to dump in what I can here. Whoop. Cleaned out that pot. Just going to move that out of the way. Okay, and the rice has the nice individual grains. It's just obviously been a pot that was in the refrigerator overnight that has been dumped out, but I'm just going to break it up with this meat masher. Then we will work on incorporating it together. Now, as always, got a little ahead of myself. I was going to cook the ground beef for a few minutes with those seasonings. But here we are. Okay, there's still room in here. I was like, oh no, I want to be able to get corn and various beans in, but we will still be able to. I loved it. I shared a picture of the 27 pounds of ground beef defrosting. And on Facebook, the Jam fam was like, taco meat, spaghetti, sloppy joes. You know I'm making some combination of that. Do I have any spaghetti sauce in my freezer? No. Do I have any sloppy joes in my freezer? No. Even all the cooking that I do and all the meals I make, I meal prep ahead and work ahead to get in the freezer for my large family of 10. I do not, even with all the food you see me manage and handle. Ooh, good thing I had my sunglasses on. It does not mean I always, have a ton of meals ready to go, because 10 people eat this food all day, every day, and it takes a lot of food to feed the people. Okay, probably what I should do is work on getting cans in here. Trying to not flip too much else out. Okay, because we're going with it, I'm going to work on, well, not having the rest of my springform pans fall on me. That's nice. And I'm going to work on getting some cans in. Some of these are pop tops. I'm just going to drain this in this direction. Are you draining? Those are northern beans. Sometimes they're kind of thick. You're northern beans. You're probably not. Or navy beans. Okay. Black beans. I'm going for my pop tops first. Those should drain. Red beans. Those should drain. Okay, everything else needs opened. I'm gonna go for this big can of corn. Come on, Cuisinart can opener. You're new to the party. You can do it. This is life with me, but you're getting it. I don't know that you've ever opened a giant can for me before, but I believe in you. Good. Good job. All right. Actually, that can just go directly in the sink. Okay, so this is a 6-pound can of corn. So got that in there. Can of black beans. Can of red beans. You can do it, red beans. Okay. I had popped the top on. We've got some great northern beans and some navy beans. I might need something to help me dig these out. Okay, so I'm gonna open another can of great northern beans. Again, this Cuisinart can opener, it's my new one for 2026. I decided we needed a new can opener and we should have one, and we got one. So I don't think it was $60, but it was close. But I'm hoping that we can get a couple years out of it. If I still had chickens, I would be dumping all of this into a big scrap bowl for the chickens. I will pour the grass-fed grease out into nature for cats and other critters. I probably did 8 more cans of the organic black beans. I put the other 4 back in a small tub to go back downstairs. We're continuing to use up items from the grocery store in our basement. I could probably get the rest of the cans I have up here in here, but I also want to be able to stir this well. Just thinking, if I had some diced tomatoes up here, I would add those to this too. But I will stop here. I will stop here. This gives us almost a full pot. just gonna take a few minutes of stirring. Okay, the big question. Tastes delicious. So, this could be a base. I mean, obviously, half of this with some tomato sauce and broth and additional seasonings could be a base for taco soup. This is also, as many of the Jam fam know for watching me cook for years, a lot of this would be a base for a really good chili. So we still didn't do that sauce yet, did we? I'm like, let's do our baked tacos. Let's wait on that. I just got to think of the workflow for a second here. We need to do the taco bakes. So sheet pan, tacos, taco bakes. I need to get my pans out for that. Then we'll do the sauce. I think since this is ready, this can just sit here a few minutes and wait. We'll pull a few things together, and I've got this precious pot for our strawberry sauce. We're doing it. Pulling my various pans together. So I have more than this available, but I've pulled out 3 of my 10 by 15. So this is a nice hearty dinner. Might even have some leftovers with just 1 of them. And then 2 of my deep dish 9 by 13s. So that'll definitely be 5. Sorry for all the glass clanking noises. 5 large family dinners. And no, we don't eat all 5 10 by 15 and deep dish 9 by 13s 5 nights in a row. These freezer meals we will use even if we did 1 a week for the next 5 weeks. Having a taco bake every Tuesday, already done. That's my idea of summer fun. I am the next Dr. Seuss, right? Haha. Anyway, so we have those. I think I'm slowly getting everything pulled together to get these taco bakes done. That might be what's happening here. Okay, let me get some shells. I got a whole case. I think these were 99 cents or $1.29. I'm pretty sure they were 99 cents. I got a 12 case, each box with 18 shells at Sharp Shopper the other day. Yeah, and they're gluten-free and all of that. So I believe we have just made an assembly line, and we are going to assembly line taco bakes. Are we making the cheese sauce yet? No. Will we? Yes. This just feels right. This is a go with the flow cooking. But we have the cheese, the teenage guys, shredded. We can totally do this on this little countertop. We know who we are. Okay, and sour cream. Got it. And these lids, you know, you got to know me in small space cooking. And we can cook anywhere. We always have. So let me just organize here for a minute. We're good. Okay, I love myself when I find this. I have an iced coffee from McDonald's the other day. That'll be my little lunchtime thrill. But, yep, we're just going to assembly line it right here. Got that. Now, got some things back here I want to clean up so I can feel like I'm moving forward in every area of life. Okay, so that's good. And I'm just gonna move these canned goods over here so my folks or myself can take that downstairs. So Jam Fam members have made this easy breezy lemon squeezy taco bake freezer meal recipe all over the world. Like I said, I just had a Jam Fam member the other day send me pictures of her doing it for her freezer. So it's super easy and you can adapt it. You can also add different toppings to it when you serve it. The taco shells are not meant to be crunchy within the layers. That's always the question, but again, they're there and it's nice. It's nice, it's nice. Okay, so I might even, well, and I also have tortillas. Okay, several things happening. So it's going to be a layer of broken taco shells at the bottom, layer of meat taco mixture, layer of sour cream, layer of cheese, layer of taco shells, just kind of like a lasagna. We're going to make our layers. I have no math going on at this point. I am just cooking by intuition and eyeballing it. Jamerrill's eyeballing school. So there we go. But I do have the recipe thought out and worked out on largefamilytable.com, and it makes, I'm pretty sure, not looking at it right now, obviously, but pretty sure it makes 6 9x13s. You can also, and I've done this before too, use Greek yogurt in your layers. Again, adapt it any way you need to and use what you have on hand. Alrighty, let me get one more spoon. This makes sense. Okay. So here, here, here. I think we can do this. I mean, what's the point of birthing 9 babies if I don't still have an abdomen that can hold the bowl between me and the counter, right? Mom muscle. So we have taco shells. This bowl has all of my taco meat cooking accessories. We're going to sprinkle on our meat. I just know July or even the first week of August, busy, fun summer days, and I'll think, yep, busy day tomorrow. Let's get out a taco bake. I do have some other meal prep days coming up. So the idea is to, hold on here, let's see if I can juggle this. The idea is, the goal is to get a variety of things in the freezer. So for our freezer meals, we have some choices. We do have a few breakfast bakes left, and I took 2 of those. And, okay, I'm going to, sorry, cheese, you'll have to hold that bowl. The other night, I put 2 of them in the oven for dinner. Breakfast for dinner. Mom hands, it's okay. Okay, I'm contaminating my sour cream because I will use all of this and probably another one in making these. Pretty good, pretty good. pretty good. You could also do like layer of olives or whatever your family likes, other toppings. Okay, good. Now, cheese. Okay, now we'll do it again. Okay, now doing our taco shell layer again. Okay, and meat. We're doing really good on our time. It's 12:43. Okay, now sour cream. Okay, that's working out. Now, layer of cheese. This is my deep dish one. I'm analyzing the space. If I did taco shells, a little bit of meat, a little bit of cheese, just to kind of top it off, I think I'll do that because we have all these things. I could stop it here, but we have a deep dish, so we'll just go on. Now, when I serve this, once we heat it through, we break up taco shells fresh for baking on the top. Okay. Like I say, I probably will not do a top layer of sour cream. I'm just going to do some meat, some final meat, and some final cheese. And this will be the first deep dish one. Okay, nice. Okay, so here's our deep dish pan. Now we're going to do the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and actually do 3 boxes. I know that my 10 by 13 pans are not as deep as those 9 by 13 deep dish, but still I'm thinking one pan might use 1 box. And if I'm wrong, then whatever's left, I will put into a baggie. And hey, look, for my taco salad lovers, we have some taco shells already crunched up, and we do have a bag and a half left of these organic, I want to say lime, yeah, organic sea salt lime bags of tortilla chips. We have, I think I bought 3 to 4 bags last week. Bag and a half left. Still never made the sheet pan nachos I had planned to do for the birthday party, where Domino's ended up saving the day. And that's okay. But we do what we can when we can, right? And we still get fun stuff done too. And you see that the sour cream is not a perfect science. I just dab it on there. Now, again, you can use organic taco shells. You could use homemade taco shells for this. You can use grass-fed ground beef. You can use the best ground beef that you can afford at Walmart. Right now, currently in my area, the grass-fed ground beef at Costco is cheaper than the cheapest meat at Walmart. So it just makes sense when I can to get the grass-fed ground beef. It's always nice. Yeah, I think in these 10 by 15s, it's just going to be 1 layer. Don't even think we're going to get to like double and triple layers here, which is fine. So I did a full layer of taco shells. Now I'm doing our meat mixture. I'm going to go a little, just going to spread it around because this will be it. It'll still be nice squares. It's just because I did the 2 deep dish ones first. It's like, what's happening here? But anyway, you can use homemade taco shells. You can use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. You can use organic grass-fed sour cream from Azure or homemade. You can do grass-fed ground beef. You can do beans that you grew and home canned from your garden. You can do cheese from the milk from your own cow. Lots of ways to do it. You can also buy a 12-pound cheese log at Sharp Shopper. Do the best you can afford ground beef. Buy a case of gluten-free taco shells. And use some questionable Walmart sour cream. Call it pretty good. We have a lot against us in this world, and all of us, whether it's food or whatever life situation, we just have to make the best of each day and make the best of what we have to work with. And I live by that. Okay, cheese. Now, what's nice with getting the 12-pound log at Sharp Shopper is in this shredded cheese, there's not additional additives. You know, whenever you buy, and boy, I've bought a lot of it and still will and do, when you buy the big bags of shredded cheese, there's additional additives. And I will also buy the McDouble value meal at McDonald's when I have a day out with 2 to 4 appointments for my people who look like me. Okay, let's see. I did cheese. So I think I'm just going to do a thin layer of taco shells on the top, a little bit more ground beef, a little bit more cheese, and that's going to be our topping. I'm slowing down a little bit now, but I know at the end of this, I get to sit at the pool. They have a nice kid pool area, and my youngest will just play for hours. Also, all of our different small town pools usually have a nice pool box with like pool noodles, pool toys, little packs of sunscreen if you forget yours at home. I really appreciate that, and even when we bring our pool toys, my guys like to play with the pool's pool toys. So it's nice that they have that. Okay, now I'll just do a little bit more cheese on top because we can. And on eating day, this can be eaten on a bed of lettuce. My guys can add salsa, guys and gals, salsa, hot sauce. I just normally, people ask me, you know, well, what about your gals, Jamerrill? I just have more guys. So that's why I naturally will say my guys, which can mean all my folks, right? Okay, so here's one of our 10 by 15s. Looks so little compared to those deep dish ones. Going for our second container of sour cream. And I will not use all of this, I don't think, in these next two. If I can get it open. So we will use this for taco, individual taco options. Okay, still there's meat on here, there's meat in here. I will work to clean it out when I'm done. But what is left will probably be used within 24 hours here. Okay, so some executive haha decisions in reference to the strawberry sauce. I was, be proud of me, reading the recipe. Hold on here. Okay, and in the recipe, it was talking about making the sauce and then letting it cool for the about 2 to 3 hours that the cheesecakes are in the refrigerator chilling. Well, we did our cheesecakes overnight, and I want to serve this coming up for lunch. So if I make the sauce now, basically, it will then have to cool, and by the time that's done, I'll be at the pool. Mom life coordination. So you know what we're gonna do? We've got 2 homemade, from scratch, sugar-free, gluten-free cheesecakes that have set up perfectly. I'm going to prep these strawberries. I'm going to top the cheesecakes with sliced strawberries. Pretty good, okay? No sauce. There just will not be sauce for these cheesecakes. Sometimes in life, there is no cheesecake sauce, and that is okay. So I'm going to just slice several of these up, and then I will just prep the rest of the strawberries, just chopping off the ends. And that's good. This is good enough for me. And of course, I'm going to have to pay some strawberry slicing tax here and eat some. So we'll slice these and then get the baked tacos in the oven. I like it. We're doing it. Getting into some cheesecake prep. I'm thinking about putting them on a platter. That sounds nice. We do have a variety of dishes, adding to the fun and adventure. Okay, so I can't find the platter I'm looking for. I don't know where it could have gone or why it went somewhere, but I have a beautiful big platter I usually keep over there that one of the Jam Fam members sent me over the years. I just don't see it. So we're gonna use this cutting board. This is also a cutting board I think the same Jam Fam member sent me a while ago. We'll use that. Freshly strawberry topped cheesecakes it is, and you know we had some cheesecake adventures yesterday, but that's okay because they still set up firm. I think everything has worked out well. Time shall tell. Yay, things are working here. I like it. Cooperation. Good job. We're going to cover you in strawberries, okay? Let me get a butter knife. I think we're doing pretty good here. Moment of truth. Ta-da! Okay, pretty good, pretty great. Also, samples, not dairy-free. This is a not dairy-free day. But a very good, delicious. So good. Oh, we did good, Jam Fam. Thank you, Trim Healthy Indulgence book. Delicious. Okay. My cheesecake fans are going to eat these today. Okay. So we'll get them out though, decorate them pretty. So yummy. I'm just going to cover the top and the sides with strawberries. Doing our own thing as we do. I don't think anyone is going to mind. I always feel like a moment of truth. Nice. But now, our reward. This is like a mom's version of licking the batter. Beautiful. Look at that. I'm so proud of us. We persevered. We persevered, cheesecakes. Oh, and I just realized when we did the stressberry cake, we sliced the strawberries a different way. So it was more gooder, haha. It was more visually appealing. They were this shape. But now we have these circle shapes. And I'm eating them. Okay. You know I'm not nitpicky about too much. And I'm going to eat these strawberry circles today at the pool, I promise. But since we have strawberries left, let's see if we can do a pretty pattern. Maybe. Or we could have them coming out from the middle like this. Oh, okay. Let's see what we can figure out with the strawberries we have left. I feel like this is important. Let's see. I think on that stressberry cake, we did kind of like a little star pattern, didn't we? We'll figure this out. This is winging it with strawberries. Feel like this isn't, I need to look at that picture. Don't mind me. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look for the picture real quick. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. We did it. We called it the stressberry cake. I think I covered it in strawberries. I like the little strawberries along the side. This is on page 65. And this is delicious. It's amazing. But I want my strawberry inspiration. So they just have them facing out. Okay, almost. And it's like the back side. I might not be able to handle this, haha. So I'm just gonna do them like this. I know my professional cake decorators are like, Jamerrill, what? But we're doing something here. We're gonna figure out the thing that we're doing, but we are doing it. Okay. And then they just had strawberries like this. Okay, so I do have some questionable strawberries. Some are just too soft to chop into, but I did it. We've got a whole strawberry covered cheesecake. This is going to be gone within an hour. And so did that. Don't know if I have enough to slice in this way. I was inspired to slice by the Trim Healthy Indulgence book. And these are like little odds and end pieces. So I will probably just do this one with the circles that are already cut. And that is fine. It'll be a strawberry circle cake. But I know the different size strawberries will bother some people, but we will eat it just fine. It's some real life cheesecake Megan. Okay, so big adventure that is left. We are going to do this whole full-size sheet pan of baked tacos, and that'll be lunch. And then we'll have some other things to work with for dinner. Everyone really loves the looks of the strawberry cheesecake, so that is good. They will be gone by this evening. I mean, yeah. No leftovers with that, but they were super easy to make once, you know, I stopped talking and got the last two ingredients in there, haha. So that is good. So I'm just putting our mixture, I know my back is to you, and the cheese in here. And I'm going to bake them a few minutes this way. I'll sprinkle some cheese on the top too. And I've got some weed eating going on behind the house now. Do have some yard work guys that come every couple weeks and help me keep on top of maintaining 7 acres. Also, remember I rescheduled my YouTuber Extraordinaire Masterclass to Monday, June 29th at 6 p.m. And I will be doing a live YouTuber Extraordinaire Masterclass where I teach women how to start and develop their own YouTube channels, get going with their full-time YouTuber dreams, and also growing a potential full-time business from those efforts. So you click the first link in the description below and sign up. And if you're not able to join me live at 6 p.m., once I'm done with that event, I will send you out the replay link. So you will have up to 48 hours to watch it when it's convenient for you. So that is coming up very soon. I hosted that live over a year ago. I had several thousand people sign up and join me, and I got great reviews from that live teaching. Also, I want to say with these tacos, if you needed to get even more on a sheet pan, you could stand them up. I'm just going to let mine lay down. That is also okay. So I know this looks like a lot of tacos, but even with a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old at home right now, I mean, they each could easily scarf down, I'm going to say 6 to 7 tacos. May surprise me and do more. So these will be gone quick, but I wanted to make a full sheet pan of them to show you. Now, depending on your family size, you can do a half-size sheet pan or quarter sheet pan. You can do less, obviously. Do less if that's what works for you. This is more filed under meal prep, but even sheet pan tacos is something that can be done with taco meat that's already made ahead and in the freezer. You can defrost it, and then on taco night, fill your sheet pan full of tacos with your meat filling and your cheese. People can top them additionally how they would like. Also, this meat can be used for sheet pan nachos. Which might be something we do tomorrow since we still have tortillas left too. Might be another way. So when I make this big batch taco meat up, it's just used in so many ways for a few days. And then it is gone and we are on to something else. Okay, so we did pretty good, just had maybe 2 little spills. That will be okay. We got 4-gallon freezer bags full of the taco meat. Now, 2 of those will go in the freezer and 2 will be for additional taco variations. I feel like over the next 2 days is probably all that is. So there we go. So our miracle cheesecakes, everyone's gonna dig into these here in a minute. And these are the baked tacos. And I mean, I think these are just lunch. Already, one of my guys asked basically if we were going to have any taco meat left to go into the freezer, because they're thinking all of these 4 bags will be gone within a few days, which honestly, that's probably true. I went ahead and rebagged the cheese, and then we're going to get these. We are getting 5 taco bakes into the freezer, okay? 3 10x15s, 2 deep dish 9x13s. These are going in the freezer. This taco meat and this cheese is going in the refrigerator, and this will be taco extravaganza for the next 48 to 72 hours. Cheesecakes, I betcha if there's any left after lunch, they will be gone by dinner. And we went through so much to make these. I'm proud of us, right? These are our success berry cakes. That's what those are. And this whole sheet pan of tacos is just lunch. If you wanted to pack even more on here, you just line them. Hold on, I gotta peel my cheese off. These are gonna be so delicious. You would just, hold on, we're pretending here. We're pretending, we're trying to not destroy. Okay, you just sit them up like this. Then your cheese will melt down. But anyway, you could pack even more on here. I was just thinking lunchtime for 6. And after we eat, me and my youngest, we're heading out for our pool and playground afternoon and evening. Don't forget to click the first link down in the description below to sign up to join me for my live free masterclass on full-time YouTuber success. That'll be Monday, June 29th at 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you can't join me at that exact time slot on that evening, I'd ended up having to reschedule from June 1st to the 29th because I would not have a free evening to host it live. So I had to do a little mama rescheduling, reconfiguration, but we're doing it June 29th, 6 p.m. And if you can't make that time when you sign up and the masterclass is complete, you will automatically get an email where you can watch the replay for up to 48 hours. I appreciate you. Thanks for being with me. I'm excited about all the summer fun we have coming at us and all the massive freezer meals and meal prep adventures we have to look forward to as well. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here with me, and I'll chat with you in those comments below. Bye-bye.